Okay, Bobbie, you can start.
Thank you, Kausar. So I'll just put myself on gallery view. Oh, hello, everyone. So welcome to my backyard, my back deck. Yeah, so lovely to be able to connect a little more with Mother Nature, to be outside among the beautiful, I was looking around at all the beautiful greenery, the trees and so on. And always bird song. So last week I taught from the back deck and you were able to hear the birds. So hopefully that'll be an experience we can share again today. And so an invitation, well, first of all, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome, everyone. And yeah, so as always, an invitation to begin a yoga practice by finding a comfortable sitting position. And so sit in a way that you feel the most at ease. So it can be challenging for our nervous system to calm down if we're uncomfortable in our bodies. And then as you're ready, roll your shoulders back and down. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, whichever feels more comfortable. And then if you'd like, an invitation to bring your hands into prayer pose at your heart center. So it might be palms together, palms open. If this placement of your hands makes you lose your balance, choose another placement for your hands. And so we never forfeit balance to come into a pose or movement. Nice to see some old friends. And so, yeah, an invitation to lift your heart to your hands, bow your head to your heart, and to take a few moments to allow yourself to consciously enter into the present. Setting aside whatever was going on for you before the yoga practice for the duration, knowing that you can come back to that after class. And then when you're ready, if your eyes are closed, gradually blink your eyes. And so let's repose. So at this time, if it's possible, I'd like to invite you to find a space where you are supporting your own spine. Sit forward on your sits bones. If you need the back of the chair support for your spine, of course, honor that. Yoga meets us exactly where we are. Let's roll our shoulders back and down. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, wherever feels most comfortable. And then an invitation to close your eyes softly, if that feels comfortable for you, or a soft gaze downwards. And so notice the alignment of your knees, hips, ankles, shoulders over your hips. Chin in, parallel with the floor. So our attention moves inward. Allow your facial muscles to soften and release. Bring your awareness to your breath. And so placing one hand on your yoga belly, maybe noticing that as we inhale, belly moves out. On exhale, belly moves in. You placing another hand on your heart center, notice the pattern of movement of the breath between your abdomen and your upper torso. And then maybe changing placements of your hands. So notice the exhale. So when we lengthen our exhale, it engages the relaxation response, allowing us to let go of holding, stress, and tension. And so I'd like to encourage you during your practice, whenever possible, to bring your awareness back to this deep, long, easeful breath. And so if your eyes are closed, gradually blink your eyes. And so I always like to think of as falling awake, not asleep. Falling awake, not asleep. And so today I thought I would set an intention for the practice. So the intention, sankalpa, can be a really powerful practice when it's done sincerely. So the one that I've chosen for today is I am, I can, and I will. And so with that in mind, let's repose. You might roll your shoulders back and down. Ground down through your feet, center and ground through the soles of your feet. Maybe ground down to your sits bones. Notice where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Lengthen your spine, tuck your chin in slightly. And so now I'd like to invite you to rub your hands together a little. And so there is research that shows what we have always known, that our hands are not only connected to our heart, but to our mind as well. And so take your hands apart a little, maybe feeling some warmth and heat. And then rub your palms together again. And this time as you're rubbing your hands together, I'd like to invite you to notice where in your body you're holding stress and tension. And see if you can bring some of that loving energy to that part of your body. And so allow your body to absorb the loving energy from your hands. And then rub your palms together again. This time as you're rubbing your hands together, maybe think of a new place where you need a little extra TLC and place your hands there. Open to receive. So take a moment, notice as your breath so long and smooth and easeful. And so from here, we'll transition into warm-up. So beginning with our neck. So let's bring our chin gently towards our chest. And then as you feel your neck is ready, turn a soft gaze looking up. So maybe if you're indoors, maybe where the ceiling meets the wall. And we'll continue this gentle movement for thoracic, or pardon me.
That's great, thank you. All right, I'm perfect, thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, and then as you're ready, bring your head back to neutral and then bring one ear towards your shoulder and then move your head back and forth. So we're still sitting up nice and tall. Breath is smooth and deep and easeful. And then it's ready, bring your head back to neutral and then turn a soft gaze looking towards your shoulder. So only turn your head as far as feels comfortable for you. And then when you're ready, turn your head from side to side. So as if nodding no. And finish up the movement that you're on. Bring your head back to center. And so we've moved our neck through 3 planes of movement. Now we're going to continue down along the spine with a movement called cat and cow. So as you're ready, round your back. As you round your back, draw your chest in. So it's as if your sternum's moving towards the back of your ribs. And then the sternum lifts, moves forward, open up your solar plexus, your heart, your throat. And we'll continue this gentle warm up for the thoracic area of our spine. So you might notice as you round your back, our hands naturally have a tendency to slide towards our knees. And on the inhales, we arch our back. and slide in towards our hips. So an invitation to continue this movement in your own time and rhythm. And so move in a way that the breath and the movement become one. Then it's ready, finish up the movement that you're on, coming back to a neutral spine. And so from here, I'd like to invite you to reach one hand towards the earth. So towards the floor, as if you're reaching to pick something up. And hold on to the other side of the chair for stability. So we want our shoulder lined up with shoulder. Imagine you're seated between two panes of glass, if that's helpful. And then we'll move from side to side. And so it might be helpful to exhale to one side. Inhale, come back center, exhale to the other side. Or maybe at the moment it just feels good to inhale to one side, exhale to the other side. And so if you're congested or you have an obstruction, breathe in whatever way you can. Finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to a neutral spine. And from here, we'll come into a twist. And so sitting up nice and tall, beginning at the base of your lumbar spine. And twist to the side. So your hand might move in towards your hip. Your head turns last. And let's explore moving dynamically. So twisting from side to side. So I'm going to encourage you to move towards your 50%. So this is not meant to be a practice where we're going to our full range. So this is a gentle twist. And finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to a neutral spine. And then an invitation to be with your eyes closed softly or soften your gaze. Notice if anything has changed for you energetically since we began. So notice the effects of the movements. And so moving on from here, I'd like to invite you with your hands resting where they are to tap your fingers. And then maybe a little air piano. And then stretch your palms, so extension and then soft press. Extension, soft press. And then when you're ready, rotate your wrists in one direction. Yeah, and then maybe see if you can slow the movements down. And to even take a look at your hands with appreciation for all that they do. And rotate your wrist in the opposite direction. Then if you'd like, imagine you're moving your hands through water. Then push your hands away. Pull your hands back. Push your hands away. Pull your hands back. So with this movement, we're getting into all the major joints in our arms. We're getting that synovial fluid. Mother Nature's WD-40 flowing into our joints. We're also getting into the muscles on the inside and outside of our shoulder. So it's like we're giving our upper back a little massage. Push your hands away, pull your hands back. Nice. Maybe just take a moment. And from here, let's transition into yoga swim. So arms can be as high or low as you'd like. We'll start freestyle. And then backstroke. And breaststroke. Side stroke. Other side. And we'll finish up with butterfly. Ooh. So take a moment, feel your work. And so notice how you feel. So really not about what the movements or the poses look like. The diagnostic tool is how do I feel? No judgment. And so from here, I'd like to transition into a movement I call finding our balance. And so balance, the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. And so sitting up nice and tall, have your hands at your hips, you can hold the underside of the chair, whatever works for you. If you know balance is a challenge for you, make sure you have whatever device you need to keep you stable in your chair. And so we'll lengthen our spine, sitting up nice and tall, and then hinging from the hips, come forward. So really it's not about seeing how far down we can go. We just come to that just right amount of effort and ease, and then rock back up. And so an invitation to keep this gentle movement flowing. And so if you feel stable in your chair, it can be interesting to close our eyes as we practice these movements. And then when you're ready, finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to a neutral spot. Take a moment. And so from here, invitation to circle your heart forward. So we're getting into our lower back and our hips a little more here. So your circles might be a little larger, smaller than mine. So move in your own time and rhythm. And then when you're ready, reverse. So circle in the opposite direction. And slowly make your way back to center. Nice. And so, as ready, I'd like to invite you to reach your arm up in line with your shoulder. Turn your palm face up. Soft bend in your elbow, extend your arm away from you. On inhale, bring your arm back center. Palm face down, release. Other side, reach up, spiral your palm open, moving with grace and ease. Extend your arm away from you. Inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. So we'll continue with the same movement, but this time if it feels okay for your neck, turn a soft gaze looking over your middle finger when we bring our arm out to the side. Alternatively, if that bothers your neck, keep a soft gaze forward. So here we go. Reach up, spiral your palm open, soft bend in your elbow. Exhale. Gazing past your middle finger. Inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. Reach up, spiral your palm open, extend your arm away from you. Bring your arm back center, palm face down, release. Nice. Oh. And so let's repose. Ground through your feet, center and ground through the soles of your feet, or ground down to your sits bones. So you might do a little bum dance. Notice where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Lengthen your spine. Roll your shoulders back and down. Tuck your chin in. So parallel with the floor. And so from here, I think I'd like to come into a practice called Breath of Joy. And so Breath of Joy is fun. You need to make sure that there's nothing nearby that you can whack your hands on. So we're going to be bringing our arms in front, out to the side, and front again. And so we add 3 inhales to the movements, and then the exhale is just a big exhale and happens naturally. So here we go. Energizing. Breath of Joy. Inhale, 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 and drop. 2 more rounds. Inhale, 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 and drop. 1 more round. Inhale, 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 and drop. Awesome. All right, so that's a good practice to help us transition into sun salutation. Modified in the chair. So sun salutations are heating, strengthening. And so we begin by sitting up nice and tall, feet are placed evenly on the floor on your footrest, sits bone sharp on the chair, spine long. So bring your arms by your sides, spiral your palms open. Take your hands to your heart center, bow your head to your heart. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch, so lift your heart, bend from above your shoulder blades. Hinging from the hips, come into a forward fold. So come forward with a flat back. Tuck your chin in slightly. When you're ready, come back to a neutral spine. So for some of you, you might be visualizing this movement. If possible, take your leg under the front of the chair. So this is warrior 1. Reach your arm up to your place. So arm can be up along your ear and goalposts or at your hip. You choose. Step your foot forward, and then we'll come into downward facing dog. So for this modified version, hinging from the hips, forearms on your lap. Lengthen your spine, tuck your chin in. And then we'll come into baby cobra. Place your hands on your thighs. Lower your upper body a little more, and then lift your sternum, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat. Baby cobra, and then we'll come back into downward facing dog. Lengthen your spine, chin in. When you're ready, pushing down through your inner heels. So it might be an energetic pushing down. Come back to a neutral spine. Come into warrior 1 on the other side. So visualizing the movement or bringing your leg under the front of the chair if possible. And then bring your arm up to your place. So powerful pose, warrior 1. Float your arm down, step your foot forward, hinging from the hips, spiral your hands open, reach up to the sky, and then maybe our hands come together in prayer down through to the heart. So let's do a few more rounds. Arms by your sides, spiral your palms open. Open up your armpits. Take your hands to your heart center, bow your head towards your heart. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch, lift your heart, lift from above your shoulder blades. Hinging from the hips, take hold of the underside of the chair, come into a forward fold, flat back, chin in. Come back up into warrior 1. So if possible, step your leg under the front of the chair, visualize the movement. Add your arm if you'd like, reach up. Float your arm down, step your foot forward. For this next version of downward facing dog, let's switch it up a little. Let's place our arms on a diagonal. Your hands meet where the ceiling meets the wall. Hands on your lap, baby cobra, lower, then lift your sternum, your solar plexus, your heart. Downward facing dog, arms on a diagonal. When you're ready, come on back up. Neutral spine, and then step into warrior 1 on the other side. Reach your arm up. Float your arm down. Step your foot forward, hinging from the hips, spiral your palms open, reach up to the sky. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through the heart. So arms by your side, spiral your palms open. Take your hands to your heart center. Bow your head to your heart. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch, lift your heart, bend from above your shoulder blades. Hinging from the hips, come into a forward fold, flat back, chin in. Come back up into a neutral spine, and then come into warrior one. Step your leg under the front of the chair. Visualize the movement. Reach your arm up to the sky. Warrior one. Put your arm down, step your foot forward. We'll come into downward facing dog. Let's do the version with our forearms on our lap. Lengthen your spine, tuck your chin in. Baby cobra, place your hands on your thighs, lower your upper body a little more, then lift your sternum, your solar plexus, your heart. Downward facing dog, forearms on your lap, lengthen your spine, chin in. Pushing down through your inner heels, come back up to a neutral spine. We'll come into warrior one on the other side. Step your leg under the front of the chair if possible, or visualize the movement. Add your arm. Float your arm down. Hinging from the hips, spiral your palms open, reach up to the sky. Gentle back arch. Maybe taking your hands together in prayer down through the heart. Nice. And so take a rest. You let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. So from here, let's come into a side bend. So of course we're sitting up nice and tall. Take hold of the underside of the chair, extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open. So I'll give you a few options for arm placement. If you have shoulder stuff going on, might be that you want to take your hand to your shoulder. Alternatively, it might feel okay to reach up and over as we bend to the side, or you can keep your hand at your hip. So here we go. We're holding on to the underside of the chair, sitting up nice and tall. Extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open. Inhale, reach your arm up, and exhale, bend. Turn a soft gaze down towards the earth, towards the floor, and breathe into your rib cage. Can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? Come out of the pose on the side. Take hold of the underside of the chair, extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open. Inhale, reach up so your hand comes to your shoulder. Maybe it feels okay to reach up and over. If you're reaching up and over, avoid collapsing forward. Roll that shoulder back. Turn a soft gaze down towards the earth. Breathe into your rib cage. And release. So let's come into this one more time on each side. This time, notice if maybe you feel a little shift. Hold the underside of the chair, extend your arm, spiral your palm open. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come into your side bend. Turn your gaze down towards the floor. And release. So we'll come into this on the other side. Hold the chair, extend your arms, spiral your palm open, reach up to the sky, and bend. And we'll come out of the pose on this side. Nice. Okay. So let's maybe just do some shoulder rolls. Back and down if you want. Maybe alternate from side to side. And forward, down and back. We'll shake out. Okay, so let's come into a seated twist. And so for this version, sitting up nice and tall, lengthen your spine, and then reach your hand across your opposite knee or thigh. Your other hand comes beside you on the chair or behind you. So wherever you can reach comfortably. So you can see we're already into the twist at this point, but let's see if we can go a little bit deeper. So inhale, lengthen our spine. And then on the exhale, beginning at the base of your lumbar spine, moving up one vertebrae at a time. Slowly come into your twist, head turns last. So eyes are closed softly, focused inward, or soften your gaze. And then slowly unwind. We'll come back center, take a moment. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, come into your twist on the other side. So you're taking your hand to the outside of your knee or thigh. The other hand comes beside you on the chair behind you. Head turns last. And slowly unwind. So let's come into it one more time on each side. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, come into your twist. See if you can resist the temptation to move your head to its full range. So you might untwist your head a little bit. And come on back center. Take a moment. And we'll come into this on the other side. So inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, go into your twist. And come on out of the pose on this side. Okay, so twists, side bends, pretty intense spinal movements. So we need to realign our spine. Actually, before we do that, let's do a dynamic twist and then we'll do a counter pose. So here we go. Reach up and twist. Reach up and twist. Reach up and twist. Then one more time, reach up to the sky and twist. And then come on back to a neutral spine. Okay, so the counter pose is a seated forward fold. And so for this version, I'm just going to take hold of the underside of the chair. Hinging from the hips, come forward. So maybe just about 20%. So flat back, chin in. Then breathe in to your lower back. Or you might imagine that your lungs are in your lower back. And then when you're ready, come out of the pose by pushing down through your inner heel. So it might be an energetic pushing down. And place one hand on each of your thigh. Come on back. Nice. And so let's come into a modified version of eagle pose. And so I don't know where some of you are located, but I know in BC there are a lot of eagles. I see them almost on a daily basis. And so the yogis named a lot of the poses and movements in yoga after things in the natural world, Mother Nature, in their wisdom. And so we're all connected. And so here we go. Bend your elbows, palms facing each other. Reach across, cup your elbow point. And then draw that same arm into the midline. Then shoulders soften away from your ear. maybe reaching up a little higher. And then I'd like you to imagine the intensity of an eagle eye. And release. So let's practice this on the other side. So elbows are bent, cup your elbow point, draw your arm into the midline, soften the top of your shoulder away from your ear. Inhale, maybe reaching up a little higher. Eagle pose. And release. Nice. Maybe a little wiggly fidget. Right, so be creative. A little bum dance. Woohoo. Okay. So let's go into a couple of bear hugs. And so extend your arms out to the hot side. Spiral your palms open. Cross one arm over the other. Take your hands to your shoulders. If you can walk your fingertips back a little bit. Drop your chin towards your chest. Let your shoulders round towards your front body. So this is an instance where it's okay to let your shoulders round. And this is an I love me bear hug number 1. So remembering which arm is on top, extend your arms out to the side again. And then cross the opposite arm over. So your elbow point might come to your elbow crease. Hands at your shoulders. Walk your fingertips back. Drop your chin towards your chest. Allow your shoulders to round towards your front body. And this is I love me bear hug number 2. And release. And a little shake out. So I think we're going to come down off the mountain and we'll transition into a few poses to kind of hack our nervous system. So moving into a place of rest and digest. And so not an easy place to get to in our culture. Most of us are going a million miles an hour. And so when you're ready, find a comfortable sitting position. Right. And I think what I'd like to do actually today is maybe a little bit of face yoga. And so they're not going to be really attractive faces. No one can see you except for me. And so you're sitting comfortably. And when you're ready, I'd like to invite you to open your mouth wide. And relax. And this time we're going to open our mouth wide again, but this time let's see if we can bring our lips over our teeth. And relax. And this time, if you'd like, see if you can bring all your facial muscles towards your nose. Just bit into a lemon. And relax. When you're ready, make a soft fist, bring it up to your jaw and create resistance. So you can hold your elbow if that's helpful. So we hold a lot of tension in our jaw, often bringing that in from one day to the next. And then switch sides. Then if you'd like, soft fist, bring it up to your third eye, so middle of our forehead. When we put gentle pressure here, this is calming for our nervous system. And then when you're ready, bring your hands to the base of your skull. If you're able to, you can interlace your fingers and then press your head gently against your hands. And release. So I think I'm going to move into the screen just a little bit closer, and I'd like to share a practice with you that I love. And so you're sitting comfortably. And when you're ready, I'd like you to bring, if you can, bring your fingers to reach across to your eyebrow line. You're going to sweep along your eyebrow line, just above, actually, and then down, and then behind your ear, along your neck, your shoulder, and then sweep down your arm. So we move from side to side. So we're hacking our nervous system here. So you're reaching across opposite arm to eyebrow line. Sweep across, down a little. You might move into your temple. Then move behind your ear, along your neck. Yeah, so you're reaching across, Kim, to the opposite side. Down along, yeah, your arm, your hand. So let's do this a few more times. So sweep along your eyebrow line, maybe temple, sweep behind your ear, along your neck, your arm, and sweep. And other side. Do this one more time in your own time and rhythm. Awesome. And so now, well, you're going to do a little bit of Indian head massage. So bring your fingertips up to your scalp. And so imagine that you're shampooing your hair. So you're not just moving your hair around. You're making little circles with your scalp. Nice. And then smooth your hair out if you'd like. And then sit back comfortably. And then I'd like you to place one hand on your belly, the other hand on top, and then moving towards or clockwise, moving in circular movements, massage your abdomen. So it's like we're massaging our organs, our liver on the right, our stomach. And then if you're able to reach, maybe lean forward a little bit, take that loving energy from your hands to your lower back. And then sweep your hands forward. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. And just take a moment. Notice how you feel. Maybe close your eyes softly or soften your gaze. And I'd like to invite you to ask yourself, is there anything else I need for my yoga practice today? And so maybe repeating something we did earlier in the class, or this is an opportunity to do your own thing. So ask yourself again, is there anything else I need for my yoga practice today? And so from here, let's transition into a short guided meditation and your final relaxation. And so I think I'd like to turn the iPhone so it's facing towards the forest, so you get a little more of the trees. And so there was actually a bear in that I don't know if you can see the opening of the trees back there. So they're all cedar trees mostly. I went to bring my coffee there one morning, and lo and behold, a bear. So I hightailed it out of there. And so An invitation to find a comfortable sitting position. And so sit in a way that you feel the most at ease. I have a yoga mat here rolled up. That can feel really lovely. If you happen to have one placed along the spine. And so an invitation to place your hands palms face down on your lap. Draw your hands in towards your hips. Look down and into your heart. See what you can see. And then breathe into your heart. And so breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I release. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. So we'll sit and take a few breaths together with a gentle reminder before we move into the final relaxation. Breathing. And so come into whatever comfortable position you'd like for your final relaxation. And so if you have the ability to recline in your chair, go for it. A little bit of weight on our thighs can be grounding, can help with fatigue if that feels good for you. Just let this plane fly by. And so let's find that comfortable sitting position. So this is meant to be a deep, conscious relaxation. We're not meant to fall asleep in it. However, if you do fall asleep, no judgment. Just means you're tired. So eyes are closed softly, focused inward or soft gaze downwards. Roll your shoulders back and down. So soft, organic movements. This is not meant to be a big scrunch up towards our ears. Essentially, we're inviting our shoulders to soften away from our ears. Relax your hands in your lap, palm down or palm face up as desired. And so soft palms, soft belly, Buddha belly, yoga belly if you'd like. And so that area between our navel and our pubic bone, quiet breath. Allow the breath to reflect the pose, serenity pose. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows, wide forehead. Silently, if you'd like, on inhale, saying let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. If it's challenging to quiet the mind, placing our hands on our yoga belly and bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. So without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body again. So our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. And now see if you can begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. And if your eyes are closed, gradually blink your eyes open. And so an invitation now to take a look around the space that you're in and name 3 objects that you see to bring us back. And so thank you, everyone. Notice how you feel before and after yoga, questions or feedback. Always love to hear from you. And so, Pastor, I'll set that up so that we can have a little conversation, little yak.
It was really great. Thank you, Bob. It's been a while. I'm so glad I made it today.
Yeah, me too, Marnie. Lovely to see you. Feels like it's been ages.
No doubt. Time flies.
Take
Nice
good
to
care.
see everyone. Thank you, Bobbie, Kosar, and Disability Foundation. It's beautiful out today, isn't it? I'll be outside a lot more.
Awesome. Yeah, we've got some lovely weather coming. You're welcome. I don't know how to pronounce your name, love. I'm sorry. Hi.
You're
It's Quinn.
When?
Pardon?
Quinn. We met at the Disabilities Expo.
Oh, we
Friend.
did too.
Yeah.
I remember you. Awesome.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't get on camera the whole time.
Yeah, that's okay, love. So, wow, that's great. I'm glad that you followed up and joined the class.
I have it in my calendar, so whenever I can. So thank you for having it. It was amazing.
Right on. Take good care, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
You guys. See you next week.